Warning, this video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions, and
Hey, Max here. Listen, I do these videos because it's on my mind. If you got something to say it. And honestly, the thought of using your voice, how it doesn't matter, then I'm like, why should I, my initial thoughts is if you can't use your voice and expect for it to impact the world in some way, or your voice when you're gone from this earth, or you cease to exist, and when you're done and your legacy, if it doesn't have any impact at all, I mean, I don't have many talents. But I do have my voice. And every one of you has your voice as well. And I use it. Use your voice, but use it wisely. I am going to talk about a subject. I'm not tagging anybody. This was brought up on a friend stream, Enzo, and Bigaford Entertainment. Go check out Bigaford Entertainment. But I also have to be consistent, even with my friends. And I know there's a lot of passion there, and they have every single right to be offended. But I do have to give a warning. Even suggesting, if you met someone in real life, this is what happens with the internet when tensions are high. We need to slow that down. We need to slow that down, even if these people, even if geeks and gamers are exposed as creating a volatile environment that laughs off disgusting garbage behavior. For one thing, they want you to react that way. Look at the quartering. Look at Jeremy. I was even going to make a video way back in the day. I'm not even going to suggest it, but they were way too ready to capitalize on that. You will make them become a millionaire if you give them ammunition. They want someone to flip out at them publicly. They have no morals. They are disgusting garbage people. And look at the last time Jeremy was on my channel. The only reason he came on my channel, and he admitted this, was I would slap him if I saw him in real life. That's what someone said. That's what got him on the channel. And he said, I am so glad. I am so good. First off, don't feed the trolls and give them what they want. Criticize them, but even potentially suggesting that if you met them in real life, they wouldn't talk to you like that, or things would go down another way. I understand, but this would be their payday, especially this Alex Stein, Jeremy, and Ryan Kittle. Now, I'm sure, Drunk, who doesn't want to participate in that, but that would make Jeremy, Ryan, and Alex Stein's day. That would get them rich. And they really don't care about your feelings. They don't care about how insulting they are. They don't care about anything except money, fame, and being disgusting. And there's the subject of this specific video, and I should put a question mark banned. Now, this is not, one of their brands is park hopping. If they are going to use their brand about parks and turn it into political theater and have this guy that should be banned regardless because he is a public sexual harasser. People on conservative politics don't like sexual deviants. He is a sexual deviant. That wasn't just jokes. That was sexual harassment. And then if you're going to be consistently doing this at the parks and creating an environment where you're yelling out loud. Now, Ryan didn't scream at the top of his lungs, but prejudiced comments and jokes, are they there for the park? This was brought up on a live stream, and when I get back from vacation, I would love to talk with Lonely Banter, Enzo of Bigaford Entertainment, and the other person on the stream, sorry, I forget his name. The other two people on the stream, but they were actually suggesting, should they be banned? This is not the public square. This is a business that has every right to do what it needs to. And if you perpetuate hate and bullshit, and you're not there for the actual park riding, you're there just for other reasons to make it a spectacle. That's not using the amusement park for its intended purposes. So I wanted to show this clip from Enzo's stream, and they still make a lot of great points, and I support them. I just have to be consistent across the board with all my friends on the internet. I say, take it down a notch. You have every right to be as upset as you are, and it's not for me to say how upset you should be either, but please be careful when you suggest if you saw them in real life or anything like that. That's where I kind of honestly, I didn't finish the whole stream because of that. Not that that would compromise the whole stream. Still check out Enzo Bigford Entertainment, a really good person. I want to talk to you again. I'm just saying, ultimately, it also gives them what they want to make everything a spectacle. They don't actually care about people. They care about themselves. But I want to also hear from you. I'm not completely convinced on this one, but I will say this. If someone makes you uncomfortable at a park, and it's nothing to do with the thing that that the service provides, or any retail business, if you're not there to shop, or you're not there to participate in the amusement park with families and have a safe place, and if you're making it a spectacle and filming and live streaming, I personally wouldn't have any issue. And I'm not saying to do this. But anyone that really is offended, it would be within your rights to contact the owner of the establishment, management at Universal Studios, and say, are you aware of what this is going on and what they're doing going around and making everything a spectacle and mocking different ethnicities and making extremely abhorrent, garbage, racial jokes in the midst of everyone? It would be within your rights, and let the business owner decide, right? It's private property. This isn't Twitter. This is a business. And what do you do with Karens when they don't leave the grocery store when they're acting out? Please leave, or I'm going to get the police. And if this becomes, I am going to continue to cover this. If they continue to why collaborate with Alex Stein at this moment, we know why. If they're going to consistently create a spectacle at these amusement parks that are not made for you, they're made for everybody, and so is the world. Get used to it. Progress, not regress, you Neanderthal douches. Then I don't really have an issue with people going to the management. I'm not going to do it. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm not telling anyone what to do. I just don't care. And I'm not pro censorship. This is a private business. And if you're offended and you're doing your thing, you have every right. Every right. So I don't know if they keep on this track. I also think that park hopping started something good. Now I do see it as a gateway to make everything a spectacle. You can't even have park hopping without your bullshit. You're so tainted and indoctrinated in this extremist right-wing cult that has nothing to do with real conservatives or real Republicans, just SJWs on the right that don't actually care about people, that don't even really care about conservative values. people that talk like this and stuff, you're not, I'm sorry, you're not a real conservative or fighting for what. There's also a religious aspect, which I'm not against religion, but this has nothing to do with it. What would Jesus do? And I'm not preaching to you, but what would, if you're going to be like that and use that angle, completely ridiculous. And don't throw stones, don't throw throwing stones from a glass house, So that's my thoughts there. I wanted to share with you the clip from Bigford Entertainment. I will provide the full stream in the description below. Go check it out. Again, that's my slight criticism to my friends that I understand have every right to feel as upset they are about the situation, and more people need to cover this, not less. But I do have to be consistent. Don't give them ammunition, and don't give in to their hate and become hateful towards them back. Pity these bastards, these douches. Well, not pity them, but don't. You know what I'm saying. It's also late. Let's check this out. And I am going to reach out to all of these individuals, and I hope to have a stream later. And I don't blame them. And honestly, I don't think, if they said this on a live stream, I think they're okay with me covering it too. I don't want to speak with them for them, but they were actually discussing, should they even be allowed at Universal when they promote hateful shit. And they're not there for the park. They're there for spectacle. They're a nuisance. They're Karens in the park. When people paid their hard-earned money to go there and celebrate in families and use a children's property, an animated series, to make a disgusting joke and create a scene, which could have turned bad. I also saw on Twitter that someone said something to Alex Stein, and they're just laughing. It's just the, we know why they're there. They have the right to be there, but if they are becoming so much of a nuisance, I'm not going to blame anyone. That's all I'm saying. But let's hear from what they said on the stream. I think Lonely Banter brought it up, and I like Lonely Banter. He has every right to bring this up. It's a valid question, and I want you guys to answer in the comment section below. Again, this is not Twitter. This is not YouTube. This is a private business that wants to create a healthy environment for their consumers, and I don't think they foster a healthy environment. Quite the opposite. And if they keep bringing in these right-wing, radical right-wingers to go around and make a spectacle just for content, I think it's going to bite them in the ass, really. And I be okay with that. First of all, it's probably going to create a problem where people can't even film at the park if they see you consistently live streaming. So it puts other park hoppers that are not doing, it puts everyone on blast because you're an asshole. That's how everything starts. Everyone's like, oh, it's the assholes that cause a problem. There's lots of channels that have no issues going to these parks. And it's probably, that's my main concern, is if you say they shouldn't be there, that it's going to cause problems for all these YouTubers. That's my only concern, and they've done nothing wrong. But people don't need to put up with this shit. All right, let's listen.
They got cameras at the theme park. They can ban him from the park. I mean, Universal is owned by NBC Universal Comcast, and they donated during the protest like $100 million. They pledged to donate $100 million. So if they really care about Black Lives Matter, like they say, they shouldn't be allowing people going into their theme park mocking a black man getting murdered by a police officer that started your pledge.
Facts.
So to be fair, he did say it out in the open where everyone can hear. I mean, everyone around them heard that. What if a nice black family was just walking by and had to hear that? Honestly. What if a nice black family was just walking by? This is their vacation. They spend their hard-earned money and they have to hear this shit. You know? I'm not saying that happened or anything, but he said it out in the open. This probably needs other voices and other opinions in on this conversation, but I'm leaving and I wanted to provide this hot topic for you before I go. I will read the comments while I'm away. I'll try to respond to comments on this video while I'm away. And they have a point. LB and Enzo, they have a point. Families at the park shouldn't have to put up with this. What if someone heard? It's not like they were whispering their horrible comments. They were saying it out in the open. And they're abusing the goodwill of the facility, the business, and what its intended use is for on a private business. And none of the other park hopping channels do this shit. And as far as I know, has to be the first for everything. So it's an interesting conversation. Let's hear a little bit more, and then go ahead, support Enzo and Lonely Banter and this whole panel. Check out the whole stream, subscribe. And I cannot wait to come back and talk to Enzo and LB and the rest of this panel. And I hope they'll accommodate an interview, because I need to hear more voices for people that it impacts, and not be, yes, they're doing their part, using their voices and their freedom of speech to call it out. But the reason it persists is there's not enough people calling it out. And I think we are a little obligated in communities to stand by people speaking out. But just be careful how you do it, and don't give them ammunition to use against you, because I'm telling you what, I've seen people that have lost their temper with these fools, and then they get harassed consistently too. That's another angle. You don't want to deal with that. I'm as a friendly advice. If you say the wrong thing, they're going to use it and make you a target. They are going to make you a target. And they don't care what you get. They're not going to call off the dogs that they dog whistle to. They're not going to call them off for you. They're not.
Honestly, anybody can contact Universal Studios Orlando, send them the video. You can report this person. Like, something can be done about this.
Absolutely.
See that? Look at LB. You had to do that police jab for this. All you had to do is say, man, you got killed.
No, I don't personally think I'm going to do that myself. But I'm not going to judge others for doing that. And I'm not suggesting that's too far either. If you had to deal with prejudice behavior and racism about your ethnicity, and you feel that passion about it, I'm not going to judge you. I'm not. And it's a private business, and let their management decide. They have every right to report it. Let Universal decide what they want to do. Honestly, I'm not at this point, at this moment, until I see how people are going to react in the comment section with this topic. I'm unsure. But that's why I want to get, this is an important topic, because they are abusing the facilities there for personal use that has nothing to do with the park. Nothing to do with the park, more with their political agendas. And you know what? Remove politics from the theme parks. Remove politics from family theme parks. We just want entertainment at theme parks, not politics. Remember how hypocritical they are? Pushing politics and everything where it doesn't need to be. I just want to watch a football game. I just want to go to an amusement park without having to deal with your bullshit politics. And so do all the families there. What about that? Rules for thee, not for me. Get your politics out of the amusement park. Now that I think about it, fuck them. Absolutely. Get your politics out of the amusement park. Get it out of entertainment. We just want an amusement park, not politics. And what are they doing? They're bringing politics to where it shouldn't be. That's my bottom line. Let's hear a little bit more and check out their whole live stream.
And we just gotta talk, Donnie. You know what I mean? This ain't about you this time. This is about this fucking. And I think, you see, all right. So I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna say, listen, the people that were on the panel, right, especially the ones of color.
Okay. Well, I thumbs it up. Go check them out. And I can't wait to talk to them when I get back for a further discussion. That is where I'm going to end this hot topic. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section below to let me know. And are you going to cry? Are you going to cry tears for them if they're banned? Maybe I should put some tears on there. They're also making a spectacle of the whole genre of YouTube. Come on, park hop, and now you're injecting politics in it. Get the politics out of it. Bye, everyone.